Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Ambrose Kennedy official ribbon cutting. Finally, right, Ms. Hammond? It took us a while, but we've finally made it to this day, so thank you for everybody coming out on this cool day. And the mayor, as my last promise to the mayor was when we did the ribbon cutting here, that I will make sure that I join him in jumping in the pool. I just really wish it would have been a little warmer today, but, you know, he always come prepared, so I had to come prepared. So we will be jumping in this cool swimming pool today. So without further ado, please help me join in and welcoming the mayor of our city, Mayor Brendan Scott.
Thank you. Thank you, Director. The Director is leaving out something. Is that I've jumped in how many pools now? Like 6 or 7 new pools, and he hasn't jumped in one. So he mysteriously he comes to ribbon cuttings and pool openings dressed in a suit with a bow tie. He never comes to dress appropriately. So we said today he had to jump into the pool. It was part of his duties as assigned. But I am so happy to be here today as we officially reopen the Ambrose Kennedy Pool. We know that so many people have put in so much work into making sure that we finally got this to this day. I want to first start off by thanking Director Moore and Nikki and the entire team at Recreation and Parks. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Because we know that we are a part of this new rec rollout, but this new history that we're writing for Recreation and Parks as we add all this capital investment into recreation parks, making sure that we have the facilities that our communities have always deserved but have rarely gotten in the past. And it's no secret that the vast majority of the pool infrastructure in Baltimore City, which has been around for around 50 years, hadn't been touched, hadn't been renovated. And in this one in particular, I think that we had some things that were just atrocities to humanity. We allowed for decades upon decades for our pool in our neighborhood where our children and our families were coming to swim to have a metal fence in the middle of a swimming pool. But those days are no more. No more will we take substandard for recreation and parks and for our community. So I want to again say that this is a new day. And as we continue to open new pools and rec centers and playgrounds all around the city, we're going to do that with the intention of understanding how we right the wrongs of the past while simultaneously investing into the future. But in this case, I want to acknowledge the wonderful community, led, of course, by the mayor of Johnson Square, Miss Regina Hannon, who have partnered with Rec and Parks, who beat Reggie up so I didn't have to do it on my own to make sure the pool was on schedule. And when it got behind, she beat him up some more. Thank you, Madam Mayor, because it's about working together with the community in partnership, I know he's not here today, but also with Councilman Robert Stokes. We have to give Robert a big round of applause for always showing up and being there for not just Johnson Square, but its entire district, but more importantly, as you know, Mr. Director, for Recreation and Parks, as someone who grew up in the centers, playing in the centers, for those who don't know, before he tore his Achilles, even in his advanced age, Councilman Stokes was a very good basketball player. He just wasn't as good as me, but that's okay. But we want to thank him as well and really turn it over to Miss Regina to officially go from one mayor to the mayor of Johnson Square to celebrate the reopening of this pool. Madam Mayor.
Well, good evening, everyone. Can you just feel the magic in the air? And as usual, just like any other time, we got cooperating weather here in Johnson Square. We in the community could not be more pleased and thrilled to have a brand new pool, simply because in the beginning, I would have been happy, just please fix the pool, please fix the pool. And then when they came out and said they were going to give us a brand new pool, they shut me right up. Can you imagine that? That being said, this is only the beginning, community. Make sure you get your kids out here, because I had a great conversation with Jenny and Rex and Parks at their meeting. We're talking about having some swimming lessons and some water aerobics and all the great things that communities have. And not just Johnson Square, but think about it. All over Baltimore, great things are happening in our communities, and we're so excited about it. So I just want to thank you. This has been a labor of love. So let's just cut the ribbon, I guess. I don't know. Is that all?
Reggie got to talk.
Oh, okay.
We'll do questions before we get there.
Okay.
I promise it's gonna be really quick, because I don't want the temperature to drop on us. First and foremost, again, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Reggie Moore, director for Baltimore City Recreation Parks. This is truly an exciting day, but you know, as the mayor spoke about our rec rollouts, every groundbreaking, every ribbon cut, and I have to really continue to stress to the community the value and the amount of financial investment that this administration is making. And when you start thinking about rec facilities, and when you start talking about over $200 million, when you start speaking about 26 playgrounds over the city, when you start speaking about we have 6 new rec centers that's in construction right now. When you speak of swimming pools, right now we have 3 additional swimming pools that have not been invested into that are under construction now. And then, Mayor, I believe this is our second one for this summer. So that's what it means when you have a mayor that fully supports a vision and moving it forward. So Mayor Scott, thank you for your continued support for our agency. But when you start talking about $200 million, you start saying, how are we going to spend this money? He's not here, but Adam Boardman and the entire capital team, it's their job to make sure that this becomes a reality. I know Demos, who is here, I want to thank him personally, because Demos was the one who, when I said, Demos, I cannot take another call from Ms. Hammond and share another moving of this opening of this pool. I need you to come. And Demos came literally every day, speaking to our contractors, meeting with them multiple times a day, keeping me abreast. So Demos, thank you for continuously staying on our contractors. And then, as the mayor mentioned, our aquatics team, they're an amazing team. They're doing great work throughout our city. And because of the delay, one of the things that we share with Ms. Hammond in this community is that this pool, while all of our other pools, this is their last official weekend, all pools will close. We will keep operating this pool on Saturdays through the end of September, just as a small token of appreciation and thanking the community for their patience. And again, Ms. Hammond, I'm seriously, thank you for keeping us and holding us accountable. It really, as the mayor said, having that collaboration, having that partnership, but being able to communicate. And believe it or not, team, I wanted Ms. Hammond. One time I invited Ms. Hammond actually out to the site so that we could walk the site and she could hear some of the challenges that we've had here at this pool. But I'm truly excited for this day, and I'm so excited to jump in this pool today and cut this ribbon, and community continue to come out, continue to support, and we want to hear from you. Continuously tell us how we can continue to improve as an agency, because I'm a firm believer your input is extremely valuable. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that, we'll open up for any questions.
Great. Any specific plans on the lessons and that kind of thing that have to take place at the pool?
Yeah, so our aquatics team will work with the community and figure out how we can grow lessons and plans here. One of the big pushes here is we want to, as we're redoing our neighborhood pools, we want to create neighborhood swim teams, which is something that used to happen back in the day in Baltimore. And so that's going to involve learn to swim lessons, but it's a great way to give our kids other opportunities, because every kid, while they would love to be the next LeBron James or whatever the case may be, or Mayor Brandon Scott, you know, swear he has all these skills in basketball and football and, you know, all these other accolades. The reality is there's other opportunities, and there's swimming opportunities. So we want to make sure that we continue to offer lessons. That is something that our team will be working closer with the community. I know Ms. Regina and our team is going to try to see if we can get some senior aerobics in a couple of those lessons before this year's over. But the Learn to Swim will be an opportunity that we're going to present next summer. But we will also be offering Learn to Swim in all of our indoor pools this fall and winter.
And what are the hours for the Saturday hours?
So, thank you for that. So our Saturday hours will be 12 to 6. Thank you.
And just to add to what Director Moore is saying, I take advantage of that. So Cerrone actually learned to swim at Recreation Parks at a facility, and kids around the city have been doing that. And I think it's an important thing for us to do, and especially when you're talking about African American kids, inner city. We know the stigma that comes around swimming, and being able to remove that by having recreation parks, an agency that the community already trusts, people they already trust leading that. And when you think about that, the impact that it's had, the amount of young people that grew up swimming at rec and parks facilities that were working as lifeguards this summer is another way for us to build that next wave of people who also will work and hopefully one day run the agency in the next version of it. But yes, everything that Reggie said is true, except for he knows how good I am in football. The trophy from the city employee cookout that sits on my desk shows who won. You ready to jump in, Reggie? Oh, yes, ma'am, boss.
Capacity. You know what the capacity is. How many people because this community
I got it. 75 people. Yep, 75 at a time. Yes, ma'am. And we got bathrooms now too. Amen. Oh no, I can do this. Our pools are what we call free 99. Free 99. You do have to go on. If you go to Rec and Parks website, you can register. That's all you got to do. It's free 99. Not even $1 like it used to be back in the day. All right, let's cut the ribbon and then Reggie can get wet. 3, 2, 1, go.